Hello everyone, myself Pancham Singh. I am going to deliver one of the important topic of the programming for problem solving, and the subject code is BCS 101 is structure of the C program. So as a beginner, if you are going to start the learning of the C program, so how you will learn the C program, or you can say how you will understand the C program, and then after how you are going to code the C program in the system. So the question is that very important, because if you're going to start the C programming, so people are hesitating to take the coding of the C programming, because if you're not compatible to doing the programming, so first you will see the videos, learn the basic concept of the C programming, and on the basis of that you will create the interest in the C language or C programming. Then you can do the program, because if you are not going to create the interest in the C language, then definitely you will get fear, and you will always go away from that programming languages. So question is very important for the beginner, for the learner of the C language or C programming. First you will create an interest in the programming, see the videos, know the basic concept of the programming. Then after you will start from the C programming by the hello program, write a hello program. So this is the structure of the C programming. Basically a C program may contain one or more sections as shown below figure. So these are the different sections in the C program. First section is documentation section. So documentation section is a basic section where we are going to start what type of data, what type of documentation is required. That is the documentation section. Now second point is link section. So how we are going to link your link with the C, because if you are going to start for the programming, so you will include studio.s, that is standard input output devices, standard input output. So this is basically linking the sections. Now definition sections means what type of variables you are using. So you will definitely define the types of variables, like a variable in the form of the character, in the form of the integer, float. So definitely you will define the variables. Global declaration means what type of global declaration we are doing here. We are declaring the variables in a global way, because if you are going to declare the variable in global way, so your variable is called to the whole program in anywhere. So like a float AB. So float AB means this type of variable is called to the any place. Start from the main function, that is main is the main body of the program. So main is a function where we are going to open the bracket, and declaration part is declaring the character types, int type of variables. Executable part, that is what type of operations we are performing, like you can perform the printf, you can perform the scanf and all. So these are the execution part. Now second point is any other part, that is called the sub program section. So if the program have the sub part section, so definitely we will write here below the main program. So that is sub program, there is function 1, function 2, function 3 and so on. So these are the sub program sections. So user is defined sections. This is a subsection, sub program section that can be defined by the user. So these are the basic structure of the C, how you will start C. Basically how you are going to, you are learner, so definitely we will first read the program in such a way that how many header files are there, what type variable you can define, what are the global variable, what are the local variable, what are the main function of the program. So you know the basic concept of the C, then you will go for the programming section. Because if you are not knowing the basic part of the program, then definitely we cannot do the programming. So create the interest first, learn the things, learn the basic things of the C language, then you will move for the programming. So what about the global sections? Global section means there are some variables that are used in more than one function, that is called the global section. So if you are declaring a variable that is global, so that variable is called to the anywhere into the programming. What about the main function? Every C program must have main function. This section contains two parts, declaration part and the executable part. So main is containing two parts. First is the declaration and second is the executable. The declaration part declare all the variables used in the executable part. The program execution begin at the opening braces and at the closing braces, that is main. So main function is start from the opening bracket and after closing brackets. What about the subprogram? Subprogram, this section consists of all the user defined sections are generally placed immediately after the main function. So if you are going to discuss about the subprogram, so subprogram is placed below the main function. So these are the some important points we are going to summarize in shorter way. All sections except the main function may be absent when they are not required. So this is the first point. Now second point is C program can be viewed as a group of building block called functions. So what is a function? C program basically have the different functions. Now third point is a function is a sequence of program instructions that perform a specific task, that is the function. Last point is to write a C program we first create function and then put them together, because without your function your C program will not work or will not run. So steps involved in execution of C program. So what steps basically we will perform in doing the C program. So executing a program writing in C involves series of steps. So there are different types of steps are given, but we are taking some important steps. That is, first is creating a program. So which type of program we are going to create? Compiling the program, linking the program and executing the program. So these are the 4 steps generally used in the C language. So creating a program means we are going to create a program. Which type of program you are going to create? Then after you will compile the program. Then compile the program means we are going to compile the program, and we are after that we are find out the errors, which type of error you are getting inside the program, and then after you are going to solve that type of errors. And after that linking the program, because linking and loader and linker, they are basically helping to each other for performing the program. And after that executing the program. If all things are okay, then your program is giving the results. So these are the block diagram, process, compiling and running of a C program. System ready, if your system is ready for the doing the programming, so move for the enter program. Which type of program code we are writing the program, enter code. This is second part. Edit source program, which type, if you required any type of edit data, then you can do the edit source program. And move for the compile source program. So compiler will compile the program, and if you are not getting any error, syntax error या syntax error या semantic error, then you will move for the again in the edit section, that is edit section, and you are going to edit the errors, what type of error is occur in your program. If you are not getting any error, then move for the next level, that is link with the system library, because system library is supporting your program, what type of programming you are doing. Maybe you can perform the arithmetic operation, maybe you can logical operation, so it will support your program. Then after your program is getting such that type of library, and after that it will give the results. So execute program, and then logic and data errors. So logic and data error means your logic is correct, your logic is not correct. That is important, because if your logic is correct, then you will get the result. Otherwise you are not getting the result. Either your program is running but you are not getting the correct result. So logic is very important. So logic and error, you are getting correct logic, then you will move for the next level. Otherwise you are again moving to the top level, that is edit source program. Then after you will again correct that errors which is occurring in your program. And last one is the stop. So correct output, if you are getting the correct output, then you are moving for the at the end, that is the stop. So components of the C language, these are the some important components of the C language, like keyboards, identifiers, constant, operators, special symbols. So these are the components. We are not going to discuss in detail. So I am going to discuss this main things of the programming, that is types of the constant. What type of constant we are using, like character constant, integer constant, floating constant and string constant. So these type of constant generally used in the C language, because they play very important role in programming. So character constant, we are defining the ASCII code in the form of the character. So character character is a simple alphabet which is used in the either A, B, C, D and so on. So these are the character, but we are going to couple the character, then we are getting the strings. So character and integer constant. So integer in the form of the value, that is in the form of the base 10, that is called the integer. So if you are going to discuss about the octal, so we have the base value 8. If you are going to discuss about the hexa, then we are getting the base value 16. So if you are going to discuss about the binary, then you will use the base value 2. So on the basis of that, we can convert the value from the octal to hexa, hexa to octal. So they are basically used in the integer constant. Now, and what about the floating point constant? So float means in the form of the fraction. So if you're 2.50, 3.50, minus 2.5 and so on. So these are the floating value. Basically float in the form of the fraction. We are not a complete number, but in the form of the decimal number. String constant. String is a sequence of the character enclosed in the double quoted. So if you are going to discuss about the string, so if you are putting the character in the double quoted, that is known by the string, like ABC is showing the string. So here output operators means which type of operators we are using, like either you can use binary operator, you can use ternary operator, you can use unary operator. So there are different types of operators. They are basically helping in the programming language of C programming language to doing the arithmetic operation, relational operation, logical operation. So these are the different operations we can perform in the C language. So basically because if you're going to do the calculation, you do the mathematical part, then we are moving from the arithmetic operation. So these are the ternary operators, and some special symbols basically we are using in the C language, that is the brackets. So which type of brackets you are using? So brackets, basically symbols are used in the C language some special meaning, and thus cannot be used for the some other purposes, because every brackets or symbols, they have the different significance. Like opening and closing brackets are used to declare size of array and array element references. If you are using a big brackets, so it is used for the array, representing of the array. If you are using the small bracket, these show the function, because they are using the function, grouping, execution and typecast. So this is the small braces, this is the big braces. Now move for the curly braces. So curly braces, basically it is used for the opening and closing of the body of the main. So if you are going to open the body and close the body, then you can use the curly braces. Comma is used for the separation of the sentence. So comma, it is used for separate variables and a separate parameter in the function. Semicolon is known as the statement terminator. So if you are going to terminate the statement, then you will use the semicolon. So these are the a string is used to create a pointer. So if you're going to create a character in a pointer, so just put the a string to that particular character in the top, that show the pointer. So they are basically used for the different functions. I am not going to discuss about in detail. See, this is the first C programs. If you're going to write a C program, so first the types of the programs, what type of program you are going to implement. So you will write declare document section, that is writing the C program. Starting from the include studio.s, conio.s, these are the header files of the C language or C program for pre-processing directory. These are the pre-process, because if you are going to pre-process, then you will move for the next level. Otherwise, you are not going to connect with the main of the program. So from the starting in this is the pre-processor, and now move for the main of the body, and these are the main where we are declaring, like printf, welcome to the C, word of C, and any other, welcome to the AKGEC. So these are the printf, and now getcs. So getcs, basically if you are not using the getcs, then you will not ending the program. So these are the steps basically, and welcome to the word of C, then you will get the output. So start from the declaration, documentation section, pre-processing section and statement, then after you will get the results. So these are the steps generally we can use in the programming section. C processor, if you're going to discuss about the C processor, so it is a program that process our source program before it is passed to the compiler. So because it will the source code is go for the programming passed by the compiler, then after you will create. Otherwise you cannot move for the next level. Some example like include. This is a specific file to be included, because this is the include means include for the header file, yeah, pre-process. So pre-process means start from the include studio.h and conio.h. These are the two preprocessor files. Now types of the data, if you are going to discuss about the types of the data, to primitive data and derived data. So and user defined data. So there are three different types of data. Primitive data means primitive data types are most basic data type that are used for the representing simple values. So if you are going to represent the simple value, that is called the primitive data in the form of the integer, float, character. Derived data means the data types that are derived from the primitive or built in a data types are referred to the derived data. And user defined data types, user can define any types of data, that is called the user defined data type. So these are the data types. Like if you are going to discuss about the primitive, so int, float, char and void, these are the primitive data types. And what about the derived data types? So array, function and pointer. So these are the derived data types. Now what about the user defined data types? So enum, type def, structure and union, these are the user defined data types. So what are the variable and memory? So these are the declaration of the memory. Basically if you are going to declare the variables, so variables means which type of variable you are going to declare. So you will put the value like int, float, char. So these are the type of variables. And enum means int num. Int num means integer number, what type number you are taking. So int 10, int 20. Character means character name. So what type of character name you are taking here. And so these are the example of the variables generally we can define and use in the C language. So these are the some storage where automatic, it can be shown by the auto, register is shown by the register, and these are the statics is also shown by the static. So this can be used in the storage. Yeah, these are the storage class in the C language. So external storage class and static storage class. So there are different types of storage classes basically used. If you are going to start from the programming, so this is the main and the int count 5 and main and write extern. So internal storage class means if you are going to declare the value at the upper level and main is also declared. So this is the external. Internal means inside the section. So we are going to declare. So these are the basic types of the storage like RAM. RAM is a storage location. CPU is processing by using the RAM. RAM is a random access memory that is volatile. Default initial values, there's a garbage. Maybe sometimes they are not correctly getting the results, then it will print the garbage value. So your output is varies accordingly, because if the compiler is not compiling correct result, then you are getting the garbage value. So it depends upon the declaration of variables or execution of the program. So these are the some step sequences are given. These are the errors, basically syntax error, logical error, runtime error. These type of error generally occur in the C language. Thank you.